We got Francis in the house. We got Aaron B in the house. If you guys can hear me, do me a favor and send me a 1 in the chat. Send me a 1 in the chat. You guys can hear me? Send me a 1 in the chat. I want to make sure you guys can hear me. All right, Professor Black Ops said he can hear me. I appreciate that. Savage said that he can hear me. He or she can hear me. All right, get this show kicked off in a second. We are live, guys. What's happening? What is happening, y'all? Let me give you guys a what's up right now. That's what I'm gonna give you guys. What's up? This Sunday. Tyrese is in the house. We got Aaron B in the house. We got Francis in the house. We got Professor Black Ops in the house. We also got Savage in the house. Tyrese is in the house. Guys, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Your boy is so random. Yes, I'm very, very random today. I decided that I wanted to go live at the last minute. I was going to go earlier today, but my guest is in Las Vegas and having a good time. So we're going to do it another time. But I figured this afternoon would be a good time to go live because I can do a happy hour with you guys. I can do a happy hour with you guys to chop it up for about an hour before we get ready for the work week. That's what I decided to do today. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday. My Sunday started off very, very well. I got up pretty early, had some coffee with the wife in my nice little mug that you guys saw yesterday, World's Best Dad. And then I decided that I wanted to go for a car ride. So I jumped in the car and drove south. And I went close to San Antonio, but not close to not all the way to San Antonio. I actually went around San Marcos, drove there, hit some high speeds, and decided I wanted to drive back. And it was great. I mean, like for me, driving is therapy. A lot of people say that for them as well. Driving is therapy, and I try to do it at least once a week, specifically on the weekends to get the cars out that I don't drive. And that's what I got an opportunity to do today. And it was enjoyable. Other things that I like to do as well outside of driving to release stress is also to work out. But I'm gonna tell you guys something, man. Your boy has not been working out as much as he used to since he tore his Achilles. And I picked up about 6 or 7 pounds. But I had a major breakthrough on yesterday. I'm going to tell you guys something. So I started physical therapy a week and a half ago. And Professor Black Ops, I appreciate you, brother, as a feeling. Yes, I may have you come on tonight. My man. I may have you come on tonight. We're gonna, you know what? You will be the perfect person to come on. So if you have some time tonight and open it up, I would love for you to come on, brother. Ashton, what is happening, man? Ashton, what is happening? Let me jump to my point, guys. You already know how my brain thinks. I see something and I'm kind of 1 minute over here, next minute over here. But I haven't been hitting the gym as I usually do. And of course, I gained about 6 to 7 pounds. And I'm probably the heaviest that I've ever been in my entire life. But that comes with lack of discipline on the workouts, as well as having a terrible injury, such as an Achilles tear. I would say this, guys, don't ever tear your Achilles. It is the worst injury ever. I'm going to tell you like this. As a man who is 6'2", typically about 230 pounds, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It really puts things in perspective for you when you can't do the things that you typically could do before. I had to personally depend on my wife for a lot of this, and it is a long road to recovery. But here's where I wanted to get to, though, guys. Yesterday, after I started physical therapy about a week and a half ago, and prior to that, I could not do a heel stand, right? So a heel stand is when you're on your toes and you just lift your heels up, right? I couldn't do it because of my Achilles tear. And I started physical therapy about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. And I am now able to do heel stands, guys. I am able to do heel stands. So last night I did one. I surprised my wife. And I had some fun with her as well, too. But I did heel stands yesterday for the first time. That means my Achilles is actually getting better. Yes, it's getting better. Savage, it is worse than breaking your leg. Yes, at least with a broken leg, Savage, you're going to be able to come back within a matter of 3 to 6 months. The Achilles is like it's a soft tendon, right? But it's the strongest tendon in your body. And when it snaps, it just takes forever for it to recover. It takes years to fully come back to 100%. For athletes, it was the injury that ruins careers for football players and basketball players. Right now, with the latest and greatest surgery techniques and so forth, athletes are starting to come back and have fantastic careers. Think about what KD just did. But overall, it is a pretty bad injury. I had to learn how to shower again. I'm learning how to walk again. My walk right now is with a limp. It's pretty bad. I haven't traveled since on an airplane or anything like that, but I have driven in a car and so forth. And it does get stiff. I walk out of the car and I'm stiff, right? And I was in a boot for a good amount of time, and I came out of my boot on Monday of this week that just passed. So I'm doing a lot better. And I'm getting a lot stronger. And with me getting a lot stronger, I'm going to begin to work out. My wife and the kids are going to Wisconsin in early October to visit my father-in-law, who's had some health issues. And during that week of October, while they're gone, I'm going to rededicate myself to the gym to have another form of relieving my stress. So yes, I'm getting better. Tiffany Wade said, that's amazing, bro. You will get healed up and kill it in the gym in no time. Yes, Tyrese, glad to hear. Yes, I appreciate that, guys. I really do appreciate that. And on tomorrow, I'm actually going to do a new technique that my physical therapist is actually going to work with me on. It's called blood flow restriction training. And from my research, it's basically putting a tight cuff around your thigh and restricting the blood flow. So that, you know how if you work out, you do a 1 rep max and it's like 80% of your body weight or something like that. Well, with restricted blood flow, they use a cuff to tie off your blood flow in your leg, and you then do body weight exercise. And it's almost as if like you're doing a full rep max, right? A 1 rep max with 80% of the weight, right? So basically what it is for you to regrow and to get stronger in the leg where the injury occurred with less of the actual weight, right? With less of the load. So I'm excited about that. I am very, I hear it is pretty intense. My sisters told me about it and they sent me a video about it of this guy who was in the gym. And he's doing this sort of training just to get stronger in general because he doesn't want to lift the heavy weights. And he was screaming from that video. So I may be coming back to you guys sometime this week saying that I was screaming because of, physical therapy. But that goes with it. That's the things that you have to endure in order for you to get stronger. And I'm looking forward to get stronger so I can go back on my 4-mile walks or my runs and hit the Peloton as hard like I want to and really get back into the shape that I was in prior to this injury. But I'm over here ranting. My brother Clark Wade is in the house. HEB is in the house as well. What's happening, guys? Again, guys, it is a happy hour today. So if you have a glass of wine, go and pour yourself a glass of wine. If you have a beer, go ahead and enjoy yourself a beer. We're not going to be here too long, but we're going to be here to have some conversations, guys. And my point of this video today is to talk about what I talked about, salaries for college graduates, right? We're going to talk about salaries for college graduates because some people think that college is a scam. Some people think that college is a scam. We're also going to talk about six-figure cybersecurity. Six-figure cybersecurity jobs. No, we're not going to talk about jobs. We're actually going to talk about a person who doesn't have an education, but was able to get a six-figure cybersecurity job. And guess what? He is now a seven-figure earner. So, guys, this is going to be an example. I'm going to share a story with you guys of an example of somebody who's actually able to do it. Miss Wade just brought me a glass of wine. So, yes, I'm going to be having a glass of wine while I go through this as well. Excuse me. I just had to burp just now. So, but anyway, let me get back to the subject. At hand. So today after the drive, the Carolina Panthers were playing. Carolina is my football team, right? I like the Green Bay Packers as well because I married the Green Bay Packers. And living in Wisconsin, Green Bay Packers is a team of Wisconsin. But my Carolina Panthers beat the Saints today. I got a chance to sit back and enjoy part of that game. Carolina looked really good. I thought the Saints were actually supposed to blow them out because of Jameis Winston having the first game against the Packers, and he killed them. But today they did not, or Jameis did not look good. My Panthers did look good. That was good to see. A little bit of relaxing. It was a good day, guys. It was absolutely a fantastic day. And then some friends came over that we haven't seen in quite some time. So here's the thing, guys. They live in Austin. That's where I live right now. They bought a house in 2012, and they are selling their house to leave. They're going to Johnson City, Tennessee, another place, another state that has no state taxes and so forth. And they're selling for a killing on their current property. Bought in 2012 at $100-something thousand. Now they're selling their place for over $400,000. They're absolutely killing the game. Real estate is it, guys. Real estate is absolutely it. If you get a chance to get into real estate, own your home, buy your home, invest in real estate properties, that's where the money is. That's what's going to make you a millionaire. And that's what has made me a millionaire, investing into real estate. Okay. But let me continue on. So we had a glass of wine, couple glasses actually, and ate some charcuterie boards. If you guys don't know what a charcuterie board is, you should Google it. But my wife is one of the best charcuterie board makers that exist out there, guys. I'm telling you, if you don't know what a charcuterie board, I'm going to show you guys. Before we do that, HB Sparkling Water says, Falcons fans here. Yeah, I lived in Atlanta, and the Falcons, I supported them. I must say that when I'm living in a city, I do support the local teams there. And the Atlanta Falcons, although I'm a Carolina Panther fan, I supported the Atlanta Falcons when they weren't playing the Carolina Panthers. Now they're in the same division, and I just had to support them because it was a local team. You never saw me in a Falcons hat or jersey or anything like that. But if they were playing somebody else and I got a chance to go to the game, I'm going to go there. I'm actually going to support them. The average black man says, I need to move to Austin. I'm in San Antonio. San Antonio is actually a great city, though. The average black man. It is a dope city, man. I haven't spent a lot of time in San Antonio because when we moved here in Austin, it was prior to COVID, and we didn't get a chance to explore much of the state of Texas. We've been to Dallas and Houston and Burnett County and all through Hill Country, but we've been to New Braunfels. We have not gone to San Antonio. Well, we haven't spent a lot of time in San Antonio. That's put it like that. We got a Packers fan with the Tiffany Wade in the house. HEB Sparkling Water says, hoping we can pull off against the Bucks in the fourth quarter. Professor Black Ops says, Colts fans, but we sucking right now. Yeah, you guys have been sucking ever since Andrew Luck has retired, my man. You know, we I don't know what's up with that, man. I don't even know who your quarterback is, PBO. You're going to tell me who your quarterback is. But I'm all over the place, but that's how the show is going to go. You know me. That's just how things rock with me. So, guys, let's jump into this. I'm going to show you first what a charcuterie board is, because my wife makes a fantastic charcuterie board. Some of you guys from the north, you may call it a meat and cheese board. But let me show you something of kind of what my wife does, man. She does something pretty awesome here. Let me show you. Let me show you an example. Let me share my screen real fast. Screen share. Boom. Let's do that. Ooh, that's a little bit of flickering action going on right there. Let's remove that. That's ugly. Ooh, that is very ugly. Okay. That is ugly. I don't know what happened there, guys. Let's try that again. Stop screen. Okay, we're gonna go here. Let's do that again. Okay. Now you guys see it. This is what a charcuterie board looks like. My wife has the same board, and she makes a charcuterie board very similar to this, with the meats and cheeses on it. And now I know I'm using the Amazon photo because Amazon is pretty awesome. But we have the same kind of board, and she puts a whole bunch of meats and cheeses on it with a whole bunch of crackers, a nice little some chocolate on it as well. And that's what we have for lunch today. And it goes very, very good with glasses of wine. So, guys, if you aren't married, you're missing out on charcuterie boards. And if you are married and your wife doesn't make a charcuterie board, tell her to holler at my wife. She'll show her how to make it, or either Google it because meat and cheeses are fantastic. Let's jump over to the first article, guys. So, Miss Wade, thank you so much for that charcuterie board. So let's jump over to the first article. This is what I wanted to share with you guys today. Salaries for college graduates climb amid labor shortages. Labor shortages all over the United States right now. We go to our local coffee shop up the street, and guess what? They're closed at 2 o'clock now because nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to work. They can't find people to fit and fill those jobs and those times. And Starbucks into our randos around the corner is closed down because they don't have people to work, guys. But let's just say this. I heard that college was a scam. I heard that college was a scam, guys. That's what I heard. At least that's what some people are saying. Some people are saying college is a scam. Guys, don't listen to those people. Now, I will preface this with you should go to college with an intention to get a degree that's going to allow for you to make above the average median wage in the United States. And typically, the degrees that pay this sort of money are the degrees that fall into the line of STEM as well as business. Okay? If you choose to go to college outside of that, then you might be one of the ones that say college is a scam. We got SA Mac in the house. We got Taboo in the house. Does IT jobs require to take the V? I don't know what the V is. You're going to give me some more information on that one, Taboo, and I will certainly get to it. SA Mac says, finance question. Can you tell me more about seller financing for rental property? The seller seems to want to help, but how can the seller help us with 25% down payment? We'll get to that a little bit later. We're going to go to the articles first, but we would definitely get to that. Blind guy, his wife, their life is in the house. Another content creator that is absolutely fantastic, guys. Again, go ahead and subscribe to this beautiful couple that talks about a range of everything, guys, from relationships to what's going on in the latest news. And they have some awesome content creators come on to the channel to help you build your channel, as well as to talk about business. That's another thing that to talk about is they're a business couple as well, and they're talking about how to use a platform like YouTube to grow your business. James Carpenter, turn up. Taboo Smash says the vaccine. Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. That will make that conversation a little bit easier. Okay, so let's talk about this, guys. Here's your article. Starting salaries for new college graduates in the United States rose as business growth resumed this year. Despite the continuing pandemic, as employers confronted labor shortages. You know, people don't want to work. So there is a labor shortage that exists out there. I told you guys about the college or about the coffee shop up the street. Overall, the average starting salary for a college class of 2020 was $55,000, according to the recent report. And $55,000, guys, is more than the average median wage in the United States. So if you typically go to college, and this is the average college salary coming out of college for the class of 2020 was $55,000. the median salary, the median wage in the United States is $54,000 a year. And this is according to the National Association of Colleges and Employers. The summer 2021 NACE salary survey report shows that the average starting pay for class of 2020 graduate was 2.5% above the average starting salary of $53,000 for the class of 2019. So, guys, as you see, with the labor shortages and so forth, college grads, the salaries of those guys are going up every single year, and up 8.5% from the class of 2018, final average salary of $50,000. Degrees in most demand, and this is what's important, guys. This is very, very important. Noah Page is in the house, guys. What is up, Noah Page? I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for being a patron as well. Noah is a fantastic resource as well, guys. And Noah and I are going to talk. I sent you a link, Noah, for us to talk on Tuesday evening if you have a chance. If you don't, we can arrange it to your calendar. HEB Sparkling Water says, good evening, Noah. But let me jump over here to the rest of the article, guys. The top paid majors among bachelor's degrees are, let's start off with this. This is where the money is, guys. This is where the money is. What's up, Brother Gabe? How you doing, Brother Gabe? We talked about college. We talked about it being a scam or not. And I don't believe it's a scam because college has given me every single opportunity to make a lot of money, to start my own business, and to do things that I'm doing right now, right? But I went to college with an intent, and I went to college to make a certain lifestyle and a certain salary. And when you're going to college, or you are influencing others as a parent to go to college, guys, you already know that college in the United States is very expensive. And the least, a little bit of information that you can give them, if you're going to give them any information at all, is to tell them to go to college to be something or do something or get into a career that is above the average median wage. And guys, here are the top paid college majors, bachelor's degrees in the United States of last year. You're going to start off with number one, a petroleum engineer. And this is along the lines that we talked about before, guys. STEM, right? Petroleum engineering, $87,000 a year, average starting salary. Guys, just imagine coming out of school, making $87,000 a year. That is a tremendous salary. That is a launching pad. That is a launch out of the 100-meter dash to where you are so far ahead of everybody else. You're doing well. Again, the average median wage in the United States is about $54,000. You're making almost double that with the $87,000 average median salary, average starting salary. Next one is computer programming. Guys, computer science, another fantastic major. I was a minor in computer science. And look at this. The average starting salary for somebody doing computer programming is $86,000 a year. $86,000 a year. Computer engineering on the hardware side of computers. Computer programming is on the software side. That's the coding. That's the coding pieces of it. This is the web apps piece of it. Computer engineering is on the hardware side of it, guys. This is the RAMs, the processors, the chips, the semiconductors, all of that stuff. That's the hardware side of it. And guys, they make $85,000 a year as a starting salary. Computer science. They got computer programming and computer science. They're basically the same, but they have it on a list that's separate. But again, $85,000 a year. Electrical, electronics, and communications engineering. Guys, $80,000 a year. You can see this. This is all, for the most part, engineering and something to do with IT and computers, guys. Something to do with IT and computers. You know where the future is headed just from looking at these sort of degrees. What's next? Operations research. Another fantastic career. And guess what? With operation research, that's just being part of operations and doing research, consultants and things like that. And you can become an operation research person or have a career as operation research with a management information systems major or a degree. Computer and information science, another one, guys. Computer and information science, another fantastic career that you can get into. That's $78,000 a year. And now we're going to talk about the math pieces of it. right? The math is statistics, statisticians, anything around the data analytics, right? And guess what? You can become, you can do and have a career as a computer or an IT, as a computer research scientist or a data analyst or something like that with a math background. Or you can have it with an IT background as well, with certification and things like that. Applied mathematics and chemical engineering. Guys, these are the top careers, the top majors. Let me reframe that. Let me rephrase that. I meant these are the top majors that you can get as somebody going to college. These are the top majors. These are the ones that you should focus on. And as a parent or as an uncle or a niece or a nephew that has people going to college, guys, steer them in the right direction. Let's not steer them in the direction of archaeology, psychology, anthropology. You know what happens then? Then they may end up being some of the ones that say college isn't a scam. The data is out here. Let's make sure we are using the data. We're using the information that we have that's relevant, that's in our hands. It is available to us. Let's use that data to make the best decisions for us and for our future. And when you go into a career like this, STEM business, guys, you're going to make an above average salary. Let's go to the chat. Gabe A, what's happening? Gopinath, which MS path is most fun? Wow, that's a loaded question, man. We're going to get to that. Benjamin Honkor, top majors. Yes, they are top majors. You're absolutely right. Statistics, data science, absolutely right. Engineering, cannabis. Keep It Techie is in the house as well. Guys, I appreciate you guys for this for joining me on this random Sunday. And like I said, this is happy hour. I am going to be having some fun. Guys, if you have a glass of wine or if you have whatever your favorite drink is, it could be water or Kool-Aid. Let's have a nice little happy hour here. But guys, so let me continue down the article. Master degree graduates. When it comes to top average salaries among class of 2020, master degrees fields of study, the technical disciplines again top the list. However, the greatest salary premium among the master degrees graduates were among biology and business administration management majors. Ooh, management information systems, like I've been preaching to you guys. Systems engineering, masters from a bachelor's degree. If you do systems engineering, guys, with the master's, $106,000. Computer information technology administration, guys, this is basically management information systems. Average, guys, when you get a master's degree, let's just say you're doing a career transfer and you get a management job or you get into this field, the average salary you're going to be making around is about $86,000 a year. Registered nurse is another one. Health is a fantastic career to go down into as well. With the master's, $84,000 a year. Business administration, MBA, management, $82,000 a year. Communication and media studies, English, language and literature. Check this out, guys. This is one that I wanted to point out because you see how much the English major, right? If you were to graduate with an English degree, which you speak English anyway, but you're getting an English degree. They don't make above the median average in the United States, okay? Even with a master's degree. So you think about it, a master's degree is very expensive. If you're going to get a master's of anything, you're probably going to be paying at a minimum of $60,000 a year, unless you're able to get some sort of scholarship and so forth. And if you're able to get free education, great. But the majority of us don't have that privilege. The majority of us do not have that privilege. So if you're going to get a degree, make it worthwhile. And yes, the bachelor's, with a bachelor's in English, your average salary is $38,000 a year, guys. If you can live on that, that's completely fine. Cheers to you. If your lifestyle is nothing above that, but for a lot of us, we want more. We want the nicer things. We want a nice car. We want a nice house. We want to be able to take care of wife. We want to take care of our husbands and kids and so forth. $38,000 a year just isn't cutting it. I'm just going to say it. $38,000 a year is not cutting it. Damn! And $54,000 a year, it's a good amount. It's a good amount. But if you want more in life, you want to have kids, it isn't cutting it, guys. It isn't cutting it either. I'm sorry to say it. Here's another one. Biology. Biology has a big jump. And this is another one of those science careers that you, for the most part, for you to make well into biology, you got to get a master's degree anyway. You see the biggest, that's why the differential is that much larger. Psychology is another one that you find a lot of people going into. And I don't understand why. I leverage psychologists for counseling, but personally, it is a major that I would stay away from because they don't make a lot of money. And you can see that right here as well, too. $37,000 a year with this a bachelor's degree. And, you know, if you have a master's, about $52,000 a year. Social work is another one. Guys, I'm not saying that these careers are terrible. These careers are absolutely needed in the world, right? But if your intent is to become a millionaire, your intent is to not go to college with a bunch of debt or have a bunch of debt or have a certain lifestyle, then these aren't the kind of majors that you want to major in. I'm talking about the social work, the psychology, right? The English language and literature. These aren't the majors that you want to focus on. And if anybody in your family is saying that they want to go down this route, do you know the right questions to ask? Why do you want to do it? How much you want to make? What kind of lifestyle you want to make or have? And if they want to have a nice lifestyle where they're able to take trips and travel, because we all like to travel. We all like to go to Jamaica, Mexico, Malaysia, Hawaii, off $30,000 a year, that ain't gonna cut it. I'm sorry. Okay, so that's what the first article that I wanted to drop to you guys. Let me get to the questions here. In the chat. Let's do this. Let's do this. I want to come over to the chat real fast. S.A. Mac had a finance question, and he says, can you tell me more about seller financing for a rental property? The seller seems to want to help, but how can seller help us with 25% down? Seller financing is typically an agreement between you and the actual seller, where they will finance you a certain amount based on an agreement that you guys write up, whether it's with a lawyer or whether it's with a bank. And they're basically going to lend you the money and you have to pay them back. Now, this is a transaction that typically I've never done seller financing, but I can refer you to one of the best resources that exist out there, which is Bigger Pockets. Okay, Bigger Pockets is a platform that you can go to and learn a lot more about seller financing. Also look at YouTube videos. But I know that seller financing is basically where the seller will allow for you to pay them back over a certain period. And typically those seller financing is for short-term buyouts where they were wanting to get rid of the property, but have that cash on them. And they want to, do you a favor because you may not be able to get the conventional financing. But definitely do some research on it, SA Mac. I've never used seller financing before myself. I haven't gotten along that far in my real estate journey where I had to ask for seller financing. A lot of people typically do seller financing when they're buying bigger apartment complexes. The biggest multifamily that I have at this point in time is only 2 doors with duplexes, right? But I have multiple duplexes, right? So guys, that's about how much I can share with you on seller financing, my man. Good day, people. Yes, blind guy and his wife to drive. Guys, drive safe tonight. Taboo Smash had a question. Does IT jobs will require the V? That's a very good question, Taboo Smash. That's a very good question. Will they require it? If they go back to the office full time, I think the majority of companies are going to require it to happen. You see where things are starting to trend at this point in time. Now, if they allow you to work remote, then they can't mandate that. The only people that can mandate it is, for the most part, is if you are in a working environment and you have to physically be there. They can mandate it then. But if you are remote and they don't require you to be in the office, then they can't mandate something like that. So that's my answer there. Let's see what else we got in here. Any other questions that came up so far? Keep it techie. My man is in the house. Another great content creator, guys. If you haven't subscribed to Brother Keep It Techie, do subscribe to Brother Keep It Techie. He is absolutely fantastic on the Linux side. He is also a DBA, and that is another fantastic career that exists out there in the IT field. And he shows you how to use Linux. And he also talks about SQL and database administration. Fantastic, brother. Engineering cannabis is fantastic as well too. Let's see what else we got here. What do you think about the best field for someone who wants to work remotely? The best field, I would say this: IT. If you want to work remotely, IT. What we have found out most recently is that every single IT job, and we talked about this yesterday with Brother Jabron as well as Professor Black Ops, every single IT job that exists out there can be remote. Every single one of them. If you are a person that is going or in college right now, try to get into a career STEM where you can get into the IT field. It pays you a lot. And not only that, you're going to have the ability to work from home. Now, in the IT field, there is so many different careers that exist out there. And I have an entire catalog on my channel of the different kind of careers that you can get into with an MIS degree, a computer science degree, data analysts, research scientists, all that stuff on my channel. And you can check out the catalog there. But for the most part, all of those jobs you can actually do remote. Frank B. Awesome. Okay. So guys, I want to talk about something else. This is a fantastic article, and that's going to be very relevant for some of you who are looking to get into the cybersecurity space, guys. And the experts here, we got the experts on the phone here, or actually in the chat. Brother Gabe is an expert here. Brother Professor Black Ops is an expert in cybersecurity. We got people who've been in this field and can answer a lot of questions. But what I wanted to do today is this. I wanted to share a story of a gentleman who's been able to get into the cybersecurity field and to share his story. And his story is in the form of an article, and we're going to read through this relatively right now, actually. And we're not going to do relatively fast. We're actually going to do it relatively slow because I think it's a fantastic story that I came across today. Let's do that. Let me know if you guys see my screen. Okay, you can see it. Check this out, guys. Father of 4 becomes 6-figure cybersecurity expert by the age of 27 without a degree. Without a degree. Damn! Brother SOBC is in the house. Brother SOBC is in the house. That's another one of my brothers, Mr. Tucker. I appreciate you joining us. Mr. SOBC typically has a technology-free weekend. So he doesn't join a lot of our live streams, man. And I respect the technology-free weekends, best weekends ever. I got to get back to that. But with the YouTube channel growing, I have to stay close to the technology so that I can, respond back to a lot of the comments on the channel and so forth. But let's talk about him. Let's talk about this, brother. And we're going to try to get him on the channel. And I'm going to show you guys how LinkedIn is a great platform to try to get some of the best and brightest people to connect with you. And I'm going to show you guys a live example of that. So let's jump in here. Boyd Cluess, his name is Boyd Cluess. He is 27 years old. And Miss Wade, if you're watching this, can you do me a favor? Can you turn the AC on just a little bit? It's a bit warm in here, and I got the sweater on today. So can you do me a favor and turn the AC on just a little bit? Your husband is sweating. But Boyd Cluess isn't your typical cybersecurity professional. By the age of 27, Boyd landed a 6-figure cybersecurity job at a Fortune 500 company. So this isn't a small company that has 15 employees. This is a Fortune 500 company. And guess what, guys? He didn't have a degree or connections to get him in the door. Let me repeat that. He didn't have a degree or connections to get him in the door. Let's hear a story, because many of you want to know how to get into the IT field. If I can get this gentleman onto this channel, which I'm going to try to shoot my shot tonight, to get him on the channel sometime in the near future, and I'll show you how to network with people. I want him to be able to share this story because many of you want to get into the IT field. This gentleman, 4 kids, and now without a degree, he's making 6 figures, right? So let's hear about a story. And not only landed with a company, but a big Fortune 500 company. Brother Billy Rowe is in the house, man. That's my brother right there as well, too. Thank you so much for the super chat, Billy. I appreciate you, brother. Long time no see. But my brother Billy Rowe always comes through with the super chat. My brother, I appreciate you, man. You got to let me know when that book comes out, too, by the way, because I'm ready to read it. Your boy's ready to read it, and you know I'll pay for it, too. So send me a link. Let me know when the book's going to be ready, and I will make sure that I get that and I can read that. I appreciate you, brother. Let me continue on. So he didn't have a degree or connections to get him in the door. But what he did have was a healthy level of curiosity and confidence that took him further than he expected. I've always had an interest in IT, but I never pursued it because I didn't have a formal education. Like many of us are on the fence because either one, we didn't graduate from college, or either we didn't major into something that was in the IT field, right? No excuse. No excuse. This is coming from a brother. Okay? I've always had an interest in IT, but I never pursued it because I didn't have a formal education. Boyd shared during an exclusive interview with Black Enterprise. I wasn't sure how to get into the market, like many of us. Let's see how he did it. I got my first experience tinkering around with computers while working in accounts receivable at a copy center. All of our IT support staff was in New Jersey. If something went wrong with computers, the company would have to ship the computer to New Jersey and get it fixed. It was a bottleneck for operations. I became the go-to computer guy, even though I didn't know anything. Guys, he saw an opportunity. The company that he was working for, he was in accounts receivable. Anytime they would have some IT issues, they would send the laptops back to New Jersey. Huge bottleneck. He saw that as an opportunity. So what did he do? He just Googled, guys. I was just using Google. Then when I realized that the IT was something I was interested in and passionate about, he figured it out just by being a problem solver and exploring and solving a problem, guys. That's where it starts, having the curiosity, saying that I'm going to try to fix something. We have an issue in my company right here, and you trying to figure it out. That's what he did. And guys, let me do this. We got brother Kev IT support in the house. Guys, if you want to get into the IT field and don't have a degree today, if you want to get into the IT field and have a degree today, if you want to switch jobs, if you want to get into IT support, desktop support, just get find an opening into IT support, you have to follow Kev IT support. Follow Kev IT support, one of the best content creators out there that's showing you how you can get into IT support. And guess what? When you are in IT support, you're going to have other issues that comes up like my brother Boyd did. And guess what? You have an opportunity to learn other things, curiosity, problem solving. Once you're in IT support, that's your foot into the door. You can then climb the ladder once you have your entrance in there. And brother Kev IT support, one of the best channels that exist out there that will help you get your entrance into IT support. It is one of the best channels out there, and I watch his videos, and I appreciate you, brother Kevin. Let me continue on here. Okay, so he realized that there was a bottleneck that was going on. He figured that he had a passion for it after doing this little Google searching, something that we all have access to. If we have high-speed internet, we all have access to it. An unexpected experience. In 2005, Boyd attended college and pursued track and field. He was an athlete, like many of us. But his college experience was short-lived. A few months after matriculating into college, Boyd became a father. Oh, man. Oh, my man became a father. In order to take care of his family, he was forced to drop out of school and to go straight to the workforce. And I must say this, right? It sounds like it was early in his life and he became a father. That happens. That's life. right? Whether he wanted it to happen or not, we don't know. The fact of the matter is it did happen. And he didn't just lay down. He said, I'm going to take care of my family. I have to find a job. I have to find a way so that I can take care of my family. And that's what he did. So he dropped out of school and went straight into the workforce. And boy, landed a job with one of the largest copy manufacturers in the world. And I would say a copy manufacturer, this has to be who's one of the largest copy manufacturers that exist out there. Their competitors, is it Compact? Or no, it's not Compact. It's who's one of the Xerox or something like that. It has to be one of those companies, right? So he started his career as accounts receivable, making $13 per hour. Boy knew that this wasn't his final destination because his true passion was in information technology. Guys, and I'm going to tell you something right here. This is something that if you are already in a job and you're not in IT and you have a want to go into IT, you're absolutely right, Professor Black Ops Xerox. That's exactly who it is. If you want to get into IT and you're not there yet, or you're working in a company that has an IT organization, guys, if you want to get into IT, this is an example of somebody who was actually able to do it by just solving problems, guys. Solving problems. So he was making $13 an hour. Boy knew that wasn't his final destination because his true passion is information technology, but without formal education or connections, transition IT world seemed like it was impossible. Being a problem solver turned out to be a strength that has always carried Boyd forward. After noticing numerous computer challenges that the copy center was facing, Boyd stepped up to the plate. Although his knowledge base was limited at the time, he could always count on his trusted friends to give him answers he needed. Google. Boyd used the same. I love this. Let me go back to this, reread this, guys. Although his knowledge base was limited at the time, he could always count on his trusted friend to give him the answers he needed. It didn't say friend. It didn't say friend. It says friend. Because you can get everything just about from Google, right? That's just what it is. If you want to learn something, you can get it from Google, and Google is all of our trusted friends. I swear to God, it's one of my best resources that exists. If anything comes up, I'm talking to a customer in a call and they use some acronym that I've never heard before, Google, right? But Boyd used Google when he was in the copy center to grow his computer knowledge. And guess what, guys? You can use Google, but you have resources like ourselves that exist out there. Professor Black Ops, who's in the chat, Brother Gay Bay, who's in the chat, Kev, IT support, who's in the chat, Keep It Tucky, who's in the chat. You have guys that exist out there and out here, Engineering Cannabis, who's in the chat. You have guys that exist out here that has this knowledge. Jabron, another one. You have these guys that have channels and platforms that can help you with it if you have additional questions, if Google doesn't give you the information. So let's continue on. Then Boyd and his entire department were laid off. Wow, they were laid off. Little did he know, it was exactly what he needed to reinvent himself. Boyd leveraged YouTube to train himself the basic computer knowledge he needed to make a career transition. Again, YouTube, it is one of the best resources that exist out there outside of Google because you have the people out there that can help you. You have us out there that can help you. I don't know everything. I don't know anything about cybersecurity. That's not my field of study, but I got my bros who does. I was in IT support at one point in time, but I'm not in IT support, but I got my bro, Kevin, IT support who knows the game. Resources are out here for you if you're looking to get into this field. So let me continue on. He leveraged YouTube to train himself the basic computer knowledge he needed to make a career transition. And from college dropout to cybersecurity expert, at 21 years old, Boyd landed a job providing IT support at a software company. He started working the night shift, but his skills opened up doors for opportunities beyond his job description. Guys, that is it. I told you the story about me having to take an unpaid internship going into my senior year. I had to quit my job at Menards. I took an unpaid internship. I had to do it because I needed the experience, and I was able to get the experience that would land me into Cole's corporate headquarters in the IT support organization. You have to do the work. You have to find an entrance into a job opportunity. And once you have an entrance to the job opportunity, you're going to have a resume builder, which is a position that you've done it. You have to do very well into that position. But also you have to not think that that's the end. You have to understand where your goal is, where you want to go. And that should be driven by how much money you want to make, or what lifestyle you want to live, or what your interests are. So he got into his position working the night shifts, guys. Working the freaking night shifts. Nobody wants to work a night shift when you have kids. You're going to work when your kids are going to sleep. When your kids are waking up, you're just getting in the house. They go to school, you sleep. That's late night shifts. Nobody wants to do that anymore. Some people like it. Messes up the sleep schedule. I wouldn't prefer it. And obviously, he didn't prefer it as well. So he did things that was outside of his regular job description. And he was able to do that because he was able to gain knowledge and network with people, leveraging things like YouTube, leveraging things like Google, guys. So let's continue on. Before he knew it, he was assisting with company security assessments. Darn. The dude was so good at his job, networking with people, learning skills, building skills, talking to people, that the company that he's working for at this point in time is deciding that they want to give him more assessments because you know what? Boyd was taking on so many things. He was learning. He was doing the things outside of his job description, which if you guys haven't seen the video that I made, the live stream of ways that you can actually get promoted fast, right? This all goes back to getting promoted fast. One of the things is visibility, right? Talking about the work that you've done and how you have contributed. And one of the other things is, guys, doing things outside of your job description. Being part of other things. And that opened up opportunities for him. People want to help this brother. So they did. So let's continue on. He was promoted to day shift and took a lead role in helping the company strengthen its security compliance process. And as he progressed at the company, he used his downtime to obtain certifications that he thought would make him more marketable. That's one thing that I get on this channel all the time. Antoine, you know what? I'm in IT or I'm getting a degree. How can I become more marketable? Should I get this certification? Should I get this certification? Should I go to grad school? Should I get my MBA? Should I get my Master in Science? Should I get my MIS? We all want to be more marketable. We all want to make more money. We all want to do it. That's what he wanted to do as well. So he wanted to make himself more marketable. And he said this, and it's very clear. Time is something that you will never, ever get back, Boyd says. I don't believe anyone should work for a company that's not going to invest in them. I wanted to add certifications under my belt. I told the company I would do the training on my own if they would pay for the certification. So here's the thing. Here's game, guys. I'm going to tell you something like this. If you're working for a company and you are doing well in your position, you can just about ask them for anything and they're going to bend the rules for you and be flexible. Even if they don't have the policies in place, if you are a good employee or a good individual contributor and you say, you know what, I want to go and get the certification, it's $10,000. Certification for a policy that exists in HR or something like that. Maybe what do you call it? Reimbursement for education expenses for $5,200 a year, but the certification is $10,000. Okay, and this is hypothetical, by the way. I'm not using a real example, but what I'm saying is that your company, more than likely, your boss would more than likely say, you know what, this guy is fantastic. Although we have a reimbursement policy of $5,200 a year. Right? I'm going to allow for him, I'm going to pay that $10,000 so he can get that certification and he can continue to grow himself. Companies want to invest in you. They want to invest in you guys. They want to, but you have to show that you're investable. It's no different than somebody starting a business. And then before you know it, you show up and people are going to invest in you. It's no different than having a YouTube channel and you showing up for your people. They're going to invest in you then. And Ashton, I appreciate that, my brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate the super chat. And here's the thing, right? So this is an investment from Ashton to me. Utilize your resources, put in the work, keep pushing forwards or keep pushing towards your desired destination. Channels like this have me inspired to keep pushing forward, keep up the great work, Blackers. I appreciate you, Ashton. Right? So I show up, you guys reward me with it. That is part of the game, guys. That's part of entrepreneurship. That's part of corporations. That's part of people. You show up, people are going to support you. They're going to invest in you. And it's not the company. It's really the individual. It's typically his manager. Show people that you're investable. Do things that's outside of your job. Be good at what you do. You can make a shitload of money, guys. I'm telling you. You guys saw it yesterday, what I was able to show you. Companies are willing to pay you a lot of money if you are good at what you do. And people will pay you a lot of money if you are good at what you do. What do you think Kevin Samuels gets thousands of dollars a night? What do you think TLA? What do you think Kev IT Support? What do you think these guys get money from? These guys get money because they do a fantastic job. That's what it is. They do an absolutely fantastic job of what they do. So let's continue on. So time is something you never get back. He says, I told the company I would do the training on my own if they would pay for the certifications based on the recommendation of others. Boyd pursued CISSP, a certified information system security professional certification, one of the best out there for cybersecurity. It's one of the standards that exist out there outside of Security Plus. He also added the following certifications to his resume: CCSK, Certified or Certificate of Cloud Security Knowledge; CISA, Certified Information Systems Auditor; QSA, Qualified Security Assessor. He went certification crazy. He's like, you know what? You guys are going to pay for it, so why not get it? Take advantage of the system. Take advantage of the system. Where they're going to pay for it, use it. Use it. And I want you guys to hear part of this story as well, too, right? Because this is something that a lot of people have twisted. They say, you know what? Oh, don't go and work for the corporate. Don't go and work for the man, blah, blah, blah. They don't understand the game. Having a job and having a career in corporate America or wherever you work is a means to an end one day. Eventually, we're all going to have to retire. Eventually, we're all going to slow down. The goal is to make as much money as possible so that when you're able to slow down, you can sit back and relax and not have to work as much. And hopefully you make a lot of investments by that point in time to where you don't have to work as hard or to do it early. Why not be able to do it in your 40s, in 45, 50, because you put in the work. So he got a fantastic amount of certifications. And guess what, guys? He probably got it for free. He's getting 6 figures and he's getting all the certifications, right? So the company is investing a lot more than his salary. Let's just say he's making $150,000 a year. He's one of these certifications. Let's just call him at the max $10,000 per certification. That's $40,000 that the company would be investing in addition to compensation, bonuses, and all the other stuff that he may get. Time off. So my man is super smart. I'm going to give you guys a game on something, right? He did it, and I'm breaking this down to you guys. Developing a 6-figure niche. Niches are important. I really find that out. I found that out very, very after living the experience of YouTube, right? Not specializing in something, right? When you specialize in something, then you can branch off of it, but you have to really own that niche first. And when you specialize in something, people are going to go to you and you're going to have continuous customers coming back to you because you are the expert in that niche. That's what my man did. So Boyd became a cybersecurity specialist focused on credit card data security. So cybersecurity is pretty broad. Obviously, Professor Black Ops came on the channel on, I think it was Tuesday of this week, and talked about the blue team, the purple team, and the red team. Or I believe it was blue, purple, and green. That's what it was, blue, purple, and green. Right? He came on and gave us a game, and it's a pretty broad field. Even in IT is so broad, but cybersecurity is absolutely massive. Let me see something. Okay. I'm going to my wife. See, this is one thing about having a wife too, guys, because you guys are asking a lot of questions, and my wife is in the chat right now, and she can send me a message and say, "Mr. Wade, you're talking too darn much. Get to the point, because you got a lot of questions in the chat." Guys, I'm going to get to your questions. I promise I'm going to get to your questions. But let me continue to give you guys a game or something, right? You have to read in between the lines. When Boyd became a cybersecurity specialist focused on credit card data security, his income and his job opportunities skyrocketed. He found a niche, right? He became the specialist in that niche, and his income and job opportunities skyrocketed. If you go on YouTube, guys, and you search in management information systems, so you know who comes up? Me. And it's me specifically doing that. I have colleges calling me about MIS. I have you guys calling me about MIS. I have people from India, from Malaysia, from the Philippines. Oh, guys, what is MIS? Once you have a niche, guys, and you become an expert in that field with the knowledge, people are going to come at you for that information, and they're going to be willing to pay you for it. They're going to be willing to pay you for it, guys. That's game. Okay, so 2 years after receiving a rejection letter from American Airlines, American Airlines reached out to Boyd with a better one, a senior security architect for the entire organization. So he applied to American Airlines before, and apparently he got a rejection letter. But 2 years after that, right, because he had so many certifications, he became an expert in credit card and data security. They reached out to him for a role as senior security architect for the entire organization. For the entire organization. I was terrified. I was going from IT analyst at a small company to working at one of the largest airlines in the world, Boyd says. I had a moment of panic and was going to rescind my acceptance of that offer. He was scared. You go from being a guy who's supposed to have the expertise, and you get this big opportunity, and you're not sure where it's coming from, but you know you put in the work. Sometimes it's scary. Sometimes it is scary. I was thinking that I didn't have the education or background to work in a corporate environment like this, but my wife kept me going. This is why you guys need to be married as well, too, because your wives are some of the most powerful people that exist, and women are some of the most powerful people that exist in the world. I'm just going to say that right now, especially if they have a husband and they're partnering together and they work together, right? I've taken on so many or thought I put more complex on things at some point in time in my life to where I had to sit back and ask my wife and say, you know what, am I ready for this? And got the confidence from my wife because she was able to give me the confidence that I can do it, right? That I can do it. It's important to have these people in your corner. And that's why having a wife, it's so important, guys. He knew he had the game. He knew he was an expert in it, but he had an imposter syndrome when he was there. Right? They got to give him an offer. Something probably was 3 times. He's like, oh, crap. Like, I don't know if I'm worth this amount of money. I don't know. Somebody wants to pay him. Let's just say he was making $100,000 a year. Now a company sends him an offer saying you're going to be the top guy in our organization as an architect. We're going to pay you $300,000 a year. Oh, you like, oh, crap. Oh, crap. That's what men do. We get scared sometimes when we get these opportunities. It's great to have another resource on your side to help you out because you can talk to her about it. That's your partner. She knows that you can do it. She gives you that confidence. She's that boost, guys. I didn't know I was going to be good at sales. I had no idea. I'm a technical person. I have pretty decent soft skills, I have an ability to relate to people, but I didn't know I was going to be good at sales. She was like, you should do it. Go and do it, Mr. Wade. What's the worst that's going to happen? Now, she didn't want to go to San Jose. She said, do it from Austin. Well, I was like, nah, we're going to do it in San Jose where the rent's like $4,000 a month, a little bit more. It's like, we need to live in the box. We need to live in the box. We're going to do it. She supported me, gave me the confidence to do it. And this is what really allowed for me to invest into real estate like I wanted to and become the millionaire because I've been in sales for the last 3 years. This gentleman right here, IT analyst, worked his butt off, got a job offer from one of the largest airline companies in the world. He panicked. He didn't think that he was initially going to accept the offer. His wife helped him. His wife kept him going. She said she was watching me and studying my work. She mentioned that nobody knows this stuff like you do. So I became an internal consultant for American Airlines. I showed them how to implement new applications in order to maintain compliance. Boyd quickly became known as the expert in PCDSS, Pay Card Industry Data Security Standards, and was asked to speak at conferences in events around the world. Sounds like Brother Gabe to me. Although PCI standards are an integral component of the company's security assessments, many IT professionals were not well versed in this area. For the largest companies in the world, non-compliance would come with substantial fees, right? So companies knew that if they didn't get this piece of it right, they are going to have to pay ginormous fees. So they said, you know what? We're going to pay this Boyd guy. We're going to pay him. We're going to pay him. And they paid him. He was an expert at it, and he did it. So the specialized skill set Boyd put Boyd in the driver's seat of his career. He became an expert in PCI standard, and companies were willing to pay a premium price for his expertise. A few years later, he was able to double his income by becoming a consultant. He went out and did it on his own. He went out and did it on his own. He said, you know what? I gained the skills because my company invested in me because I'm wonderful at what I do. I'm expert at what I do. I'm going to leverage them to get the security certifications, the knowledge that I need. And you know what? At the end of the day, I'm going to go out here and do it on my own. And doing it on his own makes him and double his money. Doubled his money. Instead of helping companies prepare for third-party security assessments, he took on the role as security auditor, helping more people pivot during the pandemic. So check this out. There's going to be a point in time in your career, guys, where you're going to make enough money, you're going to be comfortable, and you're going to want to give back. That's just what it is. You're going to want to give back. The people who give back, you can tell that they are giving back, especially it's about knowledge. It's about stuff that's educating others. It's about stuff that's in the positive direction. You know where they are in their career. They're experts. They know their stuff. They're good people, genuine good people. I can tell somebody who has absolutely been fantastic in the career by just the ability for them to give back. And you know they're financially secure as well, too, because they don't have to be doing this crap. Because initially, you don't get paid anything. You don't get paid nothing at all, right? And you're still working for corporate America. So Boyd started tapping into higher income opportunities. He created boot camps to help others to do the same. On the weekends, he hosted events in different cities and countries to teach others in-demand IT skills. His training helped more people double their income within 90 days, going from $50,000 IT worker to six-figure cybersecurity professional, according to testimonials. And you know what? You know what helped him to build that business? His wife. His wife. That's a partnership. You can't do it all on your own, guys. You can't do it all on your own. Your wife is going to help you. COVID-19 pushed all of Boyd's in-person workshops to an online program. Instead of being a setback, the pandemic provided an opportunity for Boyd to reach more professionals. To date, Boyd has helped over 300 IT professionals gain the experience and skills needed to accelerate their IT success. He teaches others how to achieve six-figure success without studying for tons of certifications. You saw the certifications he had. He had like 3 or 4 of them, right? He's teaching you how to become a cybersecurity professional without all the additional certifications that he had to spend money on. Boyd's program has been a hit among IT professionals by helping more people expand their income potential. He's been able to develop six-figure business in less than a year, a 7-figure business. I said that wrong. He's been able to develop a 7-figure business in less than a year. As a founder of Bachelor Clueless Consulting, he's been able to provide mentorship, internship opportunities, and step-by-step training that IT professionals struggle to find anywhere else. Here's the game, guys. Here's the game. He worked his way into a company by realizing an opportunity. Got an opportunity, night shift, crappy opportunity. You guys know what help desk work is like. People yelling at you, especially working customer support. Garbage. He said, you know what? I'm getting out of this. I'm getting out of this, guys. I'm getting out of this because, you know what? I'm going to find opportunities to get on the day shift by doing really well in my job. He did that. He said, you know what? I'm so good at my job, you need me. So I'm going to get these certifications. And guess what, guys? You're going to pay for it. Company's like, yeah, of course. You dope. I'm going to pay. Yes, I will pay for that for you. You stay around here. He said, all right, I got my certification now. I have my certification now. I'm making a good amount of money. Okay, well, guess what? COVID happens. Let me go out here and start to help other people. I want to help other people by creating a business. My wife's going to help me spearhead this thing. I'm still in corporate America. Got my toes dipped in here. But I'm going to help other people get into this IT field and cybersecurity based on the skills that I have learned. And I'm going to teach them those skills. Started his own consulting fund company. Doubled his salary, tripled his salary. Tripled his salary. Guys, if that isn't an inspirational story, I don't know what is. As a founder of Bachelor Clueless Consulting, he's been able to provide mentorships, internship opportunities, blah, blah, blah. I didn't set out to get rich from this. You don't ever start out to get rich when you're helping people. It just happens. At the end of the day, that's what happens. People are going to be willing to pay you for your services and pay you and support you if you're providing value to people. That's just how the world works. You're providing value to people and you are good at what you do, you're going to get paid a handsome amount. That's the game, guys. I didn't set out to get rich from this. Boyd says, I believe when you help people, they get what they want. Let me repeat that. I believe when you help people get what they want, there's no way you can't be successful. That's it, guys. That's it. If anything talks about success and all this other stuff, shortcuts and all this other stuff, no, you got to put in the work. My man put in the work, saw opportunities, took the opportunities, leveraged the game, leveraged corporate America, gained the skills that he needed, being a good husband, being a good father, leveraged the people that he needed in his life, helping people get what they want. That's the reason why I coach people. That's the reason why I created Black Heights, to help others. To give you guys the game that it is something that you can do. Focus on the degrees, be intentional about what you want, invest your money once you get your job, always pursue the career advancements. I can teach you how you can advance in your career. Go check out the videos, book a coaching session. If you are an MIS student, I can coach you on that as well too. If you're in a WMS supply chain space, I can coach on that as well too. If you have life issues, I can coach on that too. I'm a married person. I can coach on that as well too. Book a coaching session. But the whole point of it is when you can provide value for people based on your experience and you are a good person, you are helping people solve problems, you're going to get rich. You're going to get rich. That's it. People are going to want to pay you and support you, guys. So now Boyd is building a foundation for his 3 boys and his daughter to do the same. Through his example, he's showing that barriers can be broken and you can achieve success by solving problems that others have. Guys, powerful story that I wanted to share with you guys today because I thought that this was a fantastic article. And, you know, we have people in the cybersecurity space. And we have experts in this space as well, too. But I just thought this was a great story for some of you who are not in this space yet, are looking to get into this space, don't know how to do it, are on the fence of doing it, don't know where to start, don't know how to look at opportunities, don't want to start from the bottom. Sometimes you have to start from the bottom. We all started from the bottom. I had to do an unpaid internship. I took a job as an IT support specialist at Kohl's corporate headquarters my senior year, working 40 hours or 30 something hours a week while still being a full-time student, sleeping 4 hours a night, still doing the work, getting it done. That allowed me to be a software engineer, climb the ladder from there. That's what you do. So check this out. You guys, I don't know if you're on LinkedIn, but if you're not on LinkedIn, you need to be on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is one of the most powerful networking tools that exist out there. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot my shot at Mr. Boyd Clueless. He is a LinkedIn professional. One thing about LinkedIn is you can actually connect with people, and it's one of the best resources out there to find career opportunities as well as to find people that will talk to you and give you the game. YouTube Google is your number one resource for learning anything in IT. YouTube is another resource. I would say you're probably your number two, because you have people like me, people like KevTech, people like Professor Blackops, people like Billy Rowe, right? People like Gabe, people like SOBC that exist out there that's going to be willing to give you the game. But you also have LinkedIn, where you come across articles of people that can help you as well. And all you got to do is shoot a connect, right? Add a note in here. Watch this. Watch this, Mr. Foolish. Something simple as that. Love your article on Black Enterprise. Would love to hear more about your story on Black Heights on the Black Heights YouTube channel. Looking forward to connecting. Boom, send. I'll let you guys know if I get a reply back. But this is how you can actually meet people and leverage the networking, build a network, guys. Is that simple. So let's do this. I've been rambling for quite some time. Sorry, your boy just wanted to share a story that I thought was absolutely fantastic. I'm going to go up here and see if I can have answering any questions that exist out there. Okay. Billy Rowe had a question up here. Ms. Rowe, Ms. Rowe, I mean Ms. Wade. Oh gosh, Ms. Wade says, you are so needy. I know I am needy, baby. I appreciate you for turning on the AC because your husband is no longer sweating. I sweat on my nose a lot, guys, because of the fact that I just have hyperhidrosis. One of those when your body heats up and you like to sweat, and that's what happens, guys. Okay. Mama Coco says, hi, world. Do you know any jobs I can train for fast and companies that will not require a J4B? I'm a respiratory therapist. Last year, I was a superhero. This year, I am an example of a guinea pig. J4B, what is J4B? Help me out with an acronym, Mama Coco, and I would love to answer that question. I just don't know what J4B is. Can anyone of you guys give me a what is J4B? I can Google it right now. What is J4B, though? A J4B, looking to require a J4B. You guys are going to have to help me out with that. And as soon as I know, I will get back to that question. So let me move on until I know what that acronym stands for. Okay. Anthony Arrington says this: how do you pivot with a 4 years military warehouse operations and 13 years SP as a team leader in warehousing and being a subject matter expert with a degree? What would be your best landing spot next? Ooh, Anthony, you have a fantastic background, brother. You have a background very similar to mine where I started. Military warehouse operations, I don't have that, but I do have warehouse operations. And you said 13 years of SAP as a team leader in warehousing. So you're connecting to WMSs, you're the EAP, ERP provider, you know all the systems and stuff like that, and being a subject matter expert with a degree. So you have a degree, you have SAP knowledge, you have warehouse operations knowledge as well too. The next thing that I would advise you, if you want to make more money, is to become an SAP consultant. Try to work for SAP. Go to Accenture. Try to be an SAP consultant to do implementations. If you get close to the customer and do implementations, you're going to be making the money. Consultants make a lot of money. If you have the years of experience and you have the IT skills and you're a subject matter expert, go to a bigger company. Go to a bigger company. But again, obviously you said, what would be the best landing spot? That's my recommendation there. But I need to know more of your situation, Anthony. I would love to talk to you about it. If you want to, book 30 minutes of my time, jump on the Black Heights website. You can do it there as well, too. But when I see that level of experience, I think about the consulting world. If you want to make more money and you have that level of expertise, go in the consulting world. Guess what my man Boy did? He got that level of experience. He went into consulting, doubled it. He was a subject matter expert. Companies are going to pay you once you have that knowledge, sir. Okay. Thanks, Black Heights. Much love. I appreciate you too, brother Kevin, IT Tech. Mama Coco, you can be a data analyst for a healthcare service. Very profitable. Get Google search for data analytics. Engineering Cannabis came through with the answer to that one. That was good. That's very good. You want to? I'm assuming Mama Coco can train fast in company. So last year she was a respiratory therapist. Oh, if you want to get into the IT field, I'm assuming that's what she's asking. Engineer cannabis. That is a fantastic suggestion here. You can become a data analyst for healthcare service. Very profitable. Get Google search for data analytics and then pivot. Great suggestion. If you are in a professional field and you are a subject matter expert like Mama Coco was, right? And she is. And you want to get into IT field, one of the best things that you can do is become a data analyst, becomes a system analyst. And there are programs out there, whether it's at your local community college or whether it is at Google or whether it's IBM, that you can do a 6-month certification to become an expert in that field. My brother actually just brought one to me from Georgia Tech. And I didn't suggest it for my brother naturally because he didn't have the bachelor's degree just yet. He has his associates, but he doesn't have the bachelor's degrees yet. And when you do these sort of certifications, you already have the bachelor's degree. They're looking for you to go to these certifications because they want to train you from scratch. But one of the things is once you get into that field, already having a bachelor's degree, you can move up. You can pivot then. If you don't want to do that role, and that, let's say data analytics was very tough for you and it was number crunching, you don't like the news or the numbers, you can do something else from there. You can pivot to something else. You can go into management because you have that experience. You can go into team lead. You can make more money, right? So good suggestion, engineering cannabis. I appreciate that for answering that question from Mama Coco, and I do love and I do recommend that answer as well too. Mama Wade, I love you, baby. Thank you so much for putting Kev Tech up there. Mr. Rose says, so many free resources out there if you are willing to create solutions. That's right. A blind guy, his wife, their life. Find the pain point, ease the pain, and learn along the way. He has a perfect storm because he tore up the computer. He could just send. Yes, you're absolutely right. He has a perfect storm because if he tore up the computer, he could just send it to New Jersey. There was a problem, guys. There was a problem. Boy saw it. All right. Either one, he fixed it, give it back to the person that did his job, or he tried to fix it and he broke it. He can still send it back. That's the game right there. That's what you call a real game. Blind guy, his wife, their life. Absolutely right. Like, think about that. It's like, okay, well, a lot of people would be like, nah, I'm just going to let this go back to New Jersey. Nah, I'm going to let this go back to New Jersey because they don't want to do anything outside their job description. He said, okay, well, if people are going to be complaining, why not I try to fix it and just Google it? If I can fix it, then I can fix it. It's going to allow people to see that I'm good at my job. Or if I am not able to do it, I can just send it back to New Jersey, guys. Game. Love that. The average black man says, I just subscribed to Kev Tech. Absolutely. Wonderful content creator. People should be helping each other. I don't believe in hiding knowledge. Billy Rowe. Absolutely. Okay. Since you're already experienced, I would look at technical roles related to SAP. There's always need for skilled professionals that can build and secure SAP service. Ooh, you're right. Black tech, old head. That's basically what I said as well, too. Love that. Engineering cannabis, thanks for the reply. Can't the whole company as acquired as a J for B, not clinical, personally, sadly. I still, Mama, you're going to have to help me out with the J for B piece of it. I'm just not up on that acronym just yet. I just found out about this and have been trying to figure my next move. Perfect. All right, let me get to some of the questions. I need to get down here. Facts 100, shout out. Okay. King says, I'm thinking about doing WGU. I recommend WGU. I was telling my brother about WGU. I had no idea about WGU until a coaching client came to me last December and was asking me about it. I was like, because you hear about the University of P out there in Arizona. You hear about all these for-profit colleges that offers all this sort of stuff. And they charge people an arm and a leg. And basically what you're paying for is you're paying to graduate early with really no skills. Well, WGU is a nonprofit school. And they were started by 11 governors out there in Utah for people who weren't educated in rural areas. And they created an online school that allows for you to get into fields that the world and the U.S. actually needs. And if you go on there, right, the careers or the majors that you can major in, for the most part, around STEM and IT. And you have some of education on there, meaning that you're going to be probably a professor one day. But outside of that, they're business, IT related things that really are needed. You're not going to find anthropology on WGU. They know that that's a garbage degree. Damn! They know it. They know it. Archaeologists, anthropologists are great people and they do really good work, but they know that that's not what is valuable in the United States. So they're not going to offer it to you. Whereas some colleges will offer something like that to you, and you can, go and get a degree like that, saying I have a college degree, and end up making $34,000, and then saying college is a scam. Damn! No, but is it college a scam, or you made the wrong decision when the data showed you should be doing STEM or business? Your fault. Gabe, indeed, I specialize in cybersecurity for industrial and manufacturing environments. Specializing is key. That's what my man Boyd did. WGU is awesome. Kev Tech says, yes, it is. Venator says, I'm never going to get married. Oh, Venator, man. I don't know, man. I tell you one thing. Oh, Ms. Wade, you're awesome. Oh, Miss Wade is awesome. Okay, I got you now, Miss Mama Coco. My wife just sent me what J for B means. And guys, I'm slow. I'm sorry. I am so sorry, but I know what it means. It means that vaccine, right? Yeah. You are needed, Mama Coco. I'm just going to say that you're needed. But I understand there are reasons why you may not want to get the job. And if the company is requiring it, you're probably going to want to look for a career that allows for you to work remotely and get into a field that you are going to be good at. And I think Brother Engineering Cannabis gave you a great suggestion there. Absolutely gave you a great suggestion. But yeah, I get it. That's tough. That's tough. Okay, so Venator says, I'm never going to get married. Marriage isn't for everyone. I'm not going to say that. Marriage is not for everyone. But if you want to get far in your life as a male and you want to do very, very well and leave a legacy behind and have kids and kind of have a support system, if you are able to do that with a woman that doesn't require marriage, good for you. And if you're able to make sure that commitment lasts forever, good for you. But marriage is very important in that situation where it's the traditional route. I think it's important, especially for kids to see, and especially if you want to get far in your life. Very important. And I'll just leave it like that. But Venator, marriage is for everyone, my man. Okay? King, they got the right woman. If all women were that great, KS wouldn't be online. Yeah, for sure. My wife helps to kill a lot of that imposter syndrome. Man, that's what it is, Gabe. It's true. Like, no matter how well we do in our lives, right? We need, like, our wives are important. I'm like, it's just what it is. Having that one that you can talk to, no matter how confident you are around the guys, and you're the big bully around the guys sometimes in your field, right? But there's still, areas that you may not be sharp in, or you may not think you're ready for. And you may say, oh, you know what? Maybe I'm not ready for that yet. Maybe that's too big of a leap. The wives are there to say, nah, you've been putting in the time. I've seen you. When you talk about this stuff, you have a passion for it. You have an absolute passion for it. You're ready. Once your wife gives you that confidence, it's absolutely fantastic. I love that, Gabe, and I appreciate you, too, brother. We're the married IT guys. I'm never going to get married, and I'll dread having to go to public to my MS job. Oh, well, I say this for Native, bro.
Man, sit your ass down.
I was going to say this to you, man, because if you're not going to get married and you're not going to go into public, then I don't know why you're doing MIS, my man. You're going to need some help, and I would say book a coach session with me, man. Booking coaching session with me for sure. My wife sent me another message, and let me just look at this real fast. She's so good. She said I missed a question. Let me jump over to it. I missed the question, and see, that's what happens, guys. Let me jump over here to it. Let me see. I missed the question. Miss Wade said I missed the question, and I'm trying to find where it is. It is from. I don't see the question on here, babe, and I'm sure is he blocked. Guys, give me a second. I'm just going to take a look at this real fast. You're so wonderful, Ms. Wade. It's from Condiment King, and he says, "Is CS PhD program, should I even continue in a CS PhD program? Should I even continue? Seems like I can live a decent life without a PhD, to be honest." I say this, guys. Professor Black Ops and I were talking about PhD programs before. If you are taking on a certain amount of debt, if you're in a computer science PhD program, are you going to be a professor? That's the question. If you're going to become a professor, then absolutely go that route. Go that route. It's going to open up other opportunities for you, Condiment King. Absolutely do it. But if you're not going to become a professor, why do it? Why do it? Especially you're adding debt to your plate. Especially you adding debt to your plate. Don't do it then. But if you're going to be a professor and you want to be an expert in your field, why not? Especially if it's free education. Go and get the game. Go and get that. Go and get that. That's wonderful. I hope I answered that question, guys. Let me continue up. My brother Billy Rhodes sent me a message. I love it. Oh, beautiful. She is gorgeous, by the way. My brother Billy Rhodes sent me a message. He's engaged. He's engaged. Another one of our brothers that's out there locking these women down, man. That's what it's about, guys. That's what it's about too. And having that support system in the house for you. But let me continue down here. Venator says, okay, guys, I just subscribed to Kev Tech. Okay, I want to go back up here. There you go. I found it now, Condiment King, but I just answered that. Jim Dennison says, I just got a rank for a systems engineer. No idea how to do that, but a way higher salary. Hey, man, you got the rank for a system engineer. You don't know how to do it, but you can learn how to do it. That's the good part about it. That's a piece of it. Here's the thing, right? People are going to invest in you when they see that you have the when they see that you can do the job and you have ambition and you take initiative. They're going to invest in you, especially if you've done something prior to that where you've shown that you can be excellent at. They're going to give you opportunities. They're not going to say, okay, well, you know what? You have to have these descriptions. They want to give you an opportunity. Take it. You may not be ready for it yet. You may not think you're ready for it yet. Somebody thinks you're ready for it yet. Somebody thinks you're ready for it. It could be your wife. It could be your employer. It could be your manager. That's wonderful, Jim. Appreciate that. Thanks for sharing that with us. Professor Black Ops says, King Facts, WGU, my coworkers went there. Absolutely. Fantastic school. I was thinking about doing WGU. He says, Gabe, indeed, I specialize. Okay, I'm reading over some of the ones before. Brother SOBC said, oh, yeah, I remember getting scared when I got my first six-figure offer. 6 months in, I wanted a raise. See, when you get a taste of that, money, you're like, yeah, I can do this. Yeah, I can do this. Oh man, they're looking to pay me six figures. That means that I got to do more work. Yeah, you might have to just a little bit more work, but guys, you're going to be able to do it. And once you're in there, you're going to want more. You're going to be like, oh, I can make $100,000 a year. Oh, what about 140? What about 160? What about 180? What about 200? Right? Keep wanting more. Ask for more. Guys, ask for more. That's what you see on the Black Heights channel too. One of our slogans, guys. Ask for more. Do a fantastic job. Ask for more. Okay. I need to continue down. My sisters are messaging me now. See, that's the cool part of having really good people on your team, because they make sure that you get to some of the questions on here. Blind guy's wife in their life said, we wives come in handy. I approve that message. I appreciate. King says, drop the link to the article. I can do that. I'll do that right now. And I'm behind on my comment. So I'm going to do my best to catch up. But I'm going to put the link right here. You should have that now. Benita said, I'm an MI student. Coding is going to be the end of my goal to get an MIS degree. Any tips? The lecturer doesn't care about her work. Coding is going to be the end of my goal to get an MIS degree. Any tips? Yeah, keep practicing. Keep practicing. Keep looking at code. Do side projects in the house. That will always help you become better. Brother Kev Tech says, use LinkedIn to help you. Connect with job recruiters. Talk to people who have that job that you want. That's what I recommend. Absolutely. LinkedIn is great. You guys saw what I just did. I just hit a brother up that I don't even know. And let's see who's going to respond. Brother Wade, I appreciate you bringing these powerful stories to the people, also adding substantial value to them. We can't find everything alone. Brother Rowe, that's my brother right there, man. Another powerful content creator. Go to Billy Rowe's channel. Billy Rowe just has the game, man. I spoke to Billy Rowe probably about 3 weeks ago, and another fantastic content creator, a good brother of mine, out there in Utah right now, man, doing some wonderful things. He done got engaged to his beautiful fiance, man. All right. Aaron B says, Mel, okay, back. Oh, yep. Everybody's giving me. I got it now. Your boy's slow, man. Your boy is slow. The glasses of wine is talking to me. Which MIS path is fun? Gobi. For me personally, I thought it was software engineering. That was fun for me. That was absolutely fun for me. But a lot of people choose to go into things like business analysts because they can be the bridge between IT and the business. A lot of people like to do system analysts or a DBA or a system admin. Me personally, which one is fun? I loved coding at the time. I love coding and actually talking to customers about the requirements and doing the analysis and design and so forth. That was my passion. So that's what I love. Okay. LinkedIn is a powerful tool that plenty of people don't leverage. You're absolutely right, SLBC. I talked to one of my good clients the other day, and he is not on LinkedIn, and he's a sales professional. I just walked him through how LinkedIn can be leveraged. Condiment Kane, my question was skipped over. Payne, oh, I hope I got to you, brother. I hope I got to you. I think I got to you. Dave Tao, is 33 years old too late for anyone to get into engineering or IT? No way, man. No way. No freaking way. You got Professor Black Ops, who's in his 50s, who's changed his careers every 2 to 3 years. Going to be a professor one day. Going to sit back and teach and drop elbows on people. No, it's never too late, Dave Tao, to do anything in engineering or IT. The point of the matter is people use that as an excuse. People change careers every 5 years and so forth. Just do it. It's not too late. No, it's not too late. It took this guy, Mr. Boyd, right? I mean, I think he started when he was 22 and 27. He was making 6 figures. Think about this. If you start today and in 7 years, by the time that you're 40, dude, you can have your own consulting company. You can have your own consulting company. There's paths out here. There's people out here who've done it. So no, it's not too late. No, it's not too late at all. Okay. Condiment came rescinded. Lots of questions in the chat. He will get to it. Yes, thank you, Ashton. I appreciate that. You know me. Age is just a number. Oh, Kevin Support, IT Support just said that. Is 35 too old to get into tech? Quad life? Nope. Goes for you as well, too. Same question David Tao has said. And asked. And no, it's not too late. Malcolm S. Hey, I have been reading that it is better to get a CCNA instead of a CompTIA. What are your thoughts? I say I don't know. I don't know. I think they're both great. I think the most popular one is CompTIA, right? I think CompTIA is the most popular one. So I traditionally go towards what's more popular. But at the end of the day, you have to figure out what one is best for you for the roles that you're applying for. If they're asking for a CCNA for the role that you're applying for, the majority of it, then go towards a CCNA. If they're asking for a CompTIA, then go towards CompTIA. That's my answer to that. Mama Coco, thank you, Mrs. Wade, Black Heights, Engineering Cannabis, for this. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you too, Mama. Great stuff that you're doing. Thanks, bro. I could support, motivate my brother. Never too old. At Quad Lab, I helped someone get a job in IT at age 55. I'm telling you guys, we have people who are in this chat right now who are helping people get into IT at ages older than you are, older than 35, older than 33. You have people that are here dedicating their time to do so. There's people here in this space, guys, who look like us too, right? I don't think that really matters, but if that matters to you, who look like us, go and get the game. Go and get the game. I love that. Kev Tech, thank you so much for being here, answering those questions as well, too. The average black man, I'm 30 now. I hope to be fully in the field by 35. The average black man, you're absolutely right. Take your time. Take your time. Get there. If you're 30 years old right now, you'll be in that field if let's just say you don't have the education, right? You saw a video that I made 6 months. You can go to WGU. Let's just say you choose to do it for a whole year or 2 years or 3 years. You have your degree by then. You start off your job. Let's just say you become a business analyst and you're making $55,000 a year. You can be literally 33 in that field doing very well for yourself, making close to six figures. So age is nothing. Just do it. Put your mind to it and just do it. You have the resources out here that will help you. That's important. HEB Sparkling Water, you are awesome. This is a powerful network. Thank you so much for the super chat. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And thank you so much for your support. Billy Rowe, thank you. Yes, a recent grad in exercise science. I realized I want to work in a more technical role. Analytics has stuck out to me for the most so far. And that's another person, guys. Here's the thing. Mr. Rowe, by the way, is a data analyst. I mean, this guy is fantastic with the spreadsheets. He'll run circles around people with spreadsheets. Another resource out here, if you jump on his channel or you hit him up, if you go to his channel, because he has a channel, and you want to know about data analytics, go check out Billy Rowe. The guy who, I'm okay at spreadsheets, but I'm not near Mr. Rowe. Mr. Rowe creates all sorts of pivot tables, all sorts of formulas, all that stuff in Excel and can use data to tell a story. And that's one thing he's absolutely fantastic at, is telling stories. So another person, another content creator that's in this space, that's in this chat, who will help you out depending on where you want to go. All right. You got this, average black man. Absolutely, average black man. Here's the thing, man. You want to get into this space, you get into this space. No excuses. You got brothers out here that's supporting you. I'm one of them. Kev, IT support, Billy Rowe, Gabe, Professor Black Ops. We're all out here to support you, man. If you have any questions, just reach out. Just reach out. Billy Rowe says, John Marley, Cohen, you can get into analytics and pivot to tech or finance or management. That's right. You understand those spreadsheets. You will do wonders. You can go into finance. You can go into financial information systems, accounting, any of that stuff. Black Cyber Network. You would need like a CCI to get six figures starting out in 5 years. Could be, if that's in cybersecurity. That's absolutely okay. That's good. Good. Appreciate it, fellas. We appreciate you too, the average black man. Guys, so I've been on here for quite long. This is the time that my kids typically go to bed. And I told my wife, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get on here, happy hour. I haven't even finished my glass of wine yet, guys. But you already see that I'm already sweating already. Ms. Wade turning the AC for me. I appreciate that. Heading out, but I thought of this. Send another message to him on the LinkedIn saying you featured this store in your channel, and be sure to leave the link to this video. Wonderful idea, blind guy, his wife, their life. Wonderful idea. Absolutely. That's another way that I can get a hold of him. I chose to use the quick method, but this is another way that more than likely he will answer if I link the video. Fantastic. See, this This is sales. This is using knowledge. This is showing you guys how it's done. LinkedIn, another expert on the channel that says, Antoine, here's another tip that you can do just to make sure that he sees the video, that you did a feature on him. He's going to want to talk now if I send the video link, because I talked about him for 40 minutes. He's going to want to talk. You're absolutely right. See, this is the game. This is why you have people like this in your corner who wants to see you have success. John Marley, Cohen, Billy Rowe, that would be dope. Personally, I want to stay in the healthcare, but I'm open to anything at this point. All right, guys. I hope you have enjoyed the show. Go and enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. I know you have other things to do because I have other things to do. And I wanted to just drop in today to give you guys some game on what's accomplishable out there. I hope I've inspired you all. I hope that you guys are looking forward to what's possible and really decide to act on it, because we can give you this game. We can definitely give you this game. But here's the thing. You're going to have to want it. You're going to have to reach out. And if, people don't have a lot of time for you guys at the end of the day, you may even have to pay for consultations on getting certain things. You have resources out here that's here to help you, though. That's the thing, guys. You have resources that's out here to help you out. You got to remember, too, some of us are busy in our lives. So if we don't get back right away, we will get back. And if you don't get our attention right away, you can get our attention. You can get our attention. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed the show. And guess what, guys? I'm not going to hit my regular outro. I'm going to leave you guys with some riding music. We got a blind guy, his wife, they're riding, they're driving in the car. I'm going to let you guys listen to what I was riding to today. And until next time, y'all. Peace.
Man, sit your ass down.
What's up? I say, what's up? I say, what's up?